Yes. Hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome to Turn On Tuesday. Woo! I'm so glad to be here today. I'm going to give the algorithms a moment to let y'all know that I am here. And in the meantime, let's take a deep breath. Let's roll our shoulders back. Let's shake our tatas because it just feels good to be in your body. We're sitting in front of these computers, in front of these phones all the time, in our heads, in our control towers. I'm all about getting into your sensual because that can change your life and that can change your business and that can change things for generations to come as well. And what am I talking about? Oh, hello. Today I'm talking about being your success story, right? We're human beings, and yet we're often human doings, doing all the things all the time. Today, I'm going to be talking about being your success story and why hustle culture is actually ruining your marriage and your life and probably your business too. And how to be a total success story who doesn't have to kill themselves for results, right? Because a lot of us are in hustle culture. We might know it, right? We might not know it. We might be like, I'm a lady boss, I'm a CEO, like I'm a goal getter. But a lot of the energetic of that is killing us. It's like a trade-off for our energy or our happiness or our fulfillment in an attempt to get results or to hit certain months or to live a certain kind of lifestyle. So I'm going to talk about how you can be a total success story who doesn't have to kill themselves for those results while you still get to make all your money and have a fabulous life of time freedom, right? Like me and my clients were often just like, wait, what day is it? Like the other day, my husband was like, we have to get the kids to school. And I was like, it is not a weekday. Because every day, right? It's just like that you can do whatever you want. You get to have lots of flirting and fun with your man because what are we doing this all for if we're not having a good time and if it's ruining our relationships? And honestly, it's just about like this vibe, right? I talk about this all the time with my clients about this vibe, right? Where you wake up every day feeling like either at ease or it's just like that everything is always working out for you in all aspects of your life, whether you're a business owner, a mama, a wife, a friend, like just, or even in alignment with yourself, that you just feel like the universe has got your back, like everything's working out, even in the tough times. Because of course, as we know, entrepreneurs and women that are moving up the corporate ladder, like real life hard stuff happens too, right? But you can have all of that stuff or you can feel that way without having to hustle or grind. Or so many women I talk to are going through this without having to put your family or your marriage last again just to keep the momentum going. Okay, so if you've been going through any of that, you're in the right place. I'm so happy that you're here. And before I get started, I just wanted to introduce myself. My name is Michelle Kanan, and I'm also known as the Have It All Queen. Okay, I'm the founder of the Embodied Satisfaction Method and also my legendary Goddess Wife School. And what I do is I help driven women who are working hard to have it all actually enjoy your lives by becoming unapologetic about your deepest desires, embodying your juicy goddess energy, your unique goddess blueprint, and then activating your relationship to make it a divine partnership where you're like deeply connected with your man and you're totally in sync as you build a pleasure-based, successful life of freedom, fun, wealth, abundance, and honestly, all of your dreams coming true together, right? Like you get to be the couple that everyone's like, how do they do it? How do they have it all? How are they like still flirting after all these years? How are they having so much fun? How do they live that life? Like that is what I want to teach you how to have. Okay. Now, remember, if you're here, if you know me, I love giving stuff away, right? It's in my pleasure. And so I want you to drop the word vibes in the comments, or you can just DM me the word vibes. It's fine. So I can gift you my juicy as fuck rekindle your honeymoon vibes mini activation program. It's a 5-day activation worth $222. I'm going to give it to you for free because I want every woman to get into this like juicy inspired, like activated energy. And I want that all flowing through you and also in your relationship, because you might not know, but that energy is the secret to really having everything that you want get attracted to you, and just that you can play with everything that's coming up for you in your lives, right? Or if you want to know more about my embodied satisfaction method, which is going to have you feel like a total pleasure goddess who knows what she wants and always gets it easily because you're so deeply connected to and supported by your man. And he's like a fucking king, and he's always stepping up to meet you and co-create the life of your dreams together. You can also slide in my DMs, or you can be like me and we can talk about it. I can ask you a few juicy questions that'll get like all of that going, because I like quick results. I like instant results. I'm someone that knows what she wants and she gets it. And that's the vibe for my clients too. Okay, so if you're here, hi. Oh, awesome. Okay, cool. I see some comments going in. Awesome. Oh, I totally forgot. If you're catching the replay, let me know that you're here. Hashtag replay, drop vibes or say me so I can get you everything that you want to. Okay, ready? Let's get to it. Okay. This is what we're going to talk about today: why hustle culture is actually ruining your marriage and life, and how to stop it, right? How to be a total success story who doesn't have to kill themselves for results, right? Because I don't want you to have to trade anything except I want you to get your time back. I want you to get your nervous system like reset and like feeling good. I want you to get used to really good things happening, right? Because if you are building a business, if you have your strategy, if you have your structure, if you're getting paid, like, or if you're moving up the corporate ladder, or if you're a professional and all that stuff is happening, right? That's not the problem, right? Your whole business is not the problem. It's the energetic. That's what I want to talk about tonight. It's the mentality. That's what I want to talk to you about today, and how to shift that. And I'm also going to set the record straight on a couple of things, right? Like one of them is why chasing like dollar months, right? Like 10K or 50K or like whatever K months is actually making your pussy dry. Yeah, I said it. It's actually making your pussy dry, and how to step out of this rat race to get back into your unique, sensual, activated power, right? What I call your unique goddess blueprint. And the real reason, I'm also going to share the real reason your husband gets annoyed by your motivation and by your drive and by your desire to like hit your next goal and grow your business and keep it moving, and the gift that he's actually trying to give you when he's being a pain in the ass and getting in your way. There's a really good reason for that. And I'm also going to set the record straight on rejecting this fucked up culture that doesn't let you actually enjoy or feel good, right? Because you're working so hard, like you're winning, like these things are happening. They might be small wins, they might be big wins, things are happening, but it's this culture that doesn't let us freaking just like enjoy it and celebrate it. It's always on to the next thing, and how you can be wildly successful while also enjoying your man and your life too. Okay. Like, here's the thing. I was talking to one of my clients this week, and she was celebrating hitting like a really big financial milestone in her business. Now, I'm not a business coach. I'm not like a specific to money making coach, but all my clients have those kinds of results, right? Like they're making better money, like their businesses are growing, things feel easier, things feel more pleasurable. And because of that, right, they're attracting more of, oh, this is not working. Let's turn off the Wi-Fi. Because of that, they're like, it's like they're attracting or becoming more magnetic to the things that they want. They're also having more fun, right? They're playing more, they're enjoying more, they're doing things in their business that they like instead of things that they have to do. Now, this client, she was celebrating this amazing cash milestone for herself, but she was like, I can't celebrate it because how am I going to do it again? How am I going to replicate that? How am I going to grow? And I remember when I made my first six figures in this business, in my coaching business, and I was so excited and I was so proud. And I remember calling my mom to tell her to celebrate. And I remember what she said. She said, I'm so proud of you. Now double it, right? And okay, first of all, amazing, right? Like my mom is self-made, like she is a refugee. She came to this country with literally nothing, like American dream success story. Like I watched her do that, such an inspiration, and I learned so much from her. But it's really interesting, right? This is something that I am unpacking even in myself, and why I'm sharing to you that the next thing after yay was double it, right? And everything, my body was just like, yeah, let's double it. And what it took, the energy that it took to get me to that six figures, all of that hard work, all of that push, like, the time that I spent not hanging out with my family, not doing what I wanted to do, like not enjoying, like only doing things that bring me joy. It's like I want everyone to make as much money as possible, but I realized that it just wasn't sustainable. It's just not sustainable for us to keep pushing so freaking hard in order to hit our goals, right? Because that kind of energy, that kind of, let's call it masculine energy or push energy, right? It's like, oh, let's go get it. Let's go get those goals. I want to do that. Like, I want those 10K months. I want those 50K months. I want that seven-figure business. We need that energy 100%. I'm not trying to vilify that. You want that energy because in short bursts, that's going to get you to where you need to go, right? When you feel tired, when you feel unmotivated, like you can rely on that energy. But ladies, mamas, everyone that's watching, there is a whole other energetic system out there that's accessible to us as feminine beings that we're not tapping into because we never learn how. And we're using things like number goals, right? Or looking at cash months, right? And metrics, which we need 100%. We need all of that. But we're using those as the end all be all. And when we attach our worth, when we attach why we're allowed to celebrate, when everything comes down to those numbers, when we're pushing ourselves so hard for that, we're not turned on. That's when we get exhausted. That's when we lose our inspiration. That's when we ask ourselves, like, how am I supposed to do this every single day for the rest of my life? Like, are you feeling me? Have any of you guys else been in this kind of place? Like I'm seeing like, yeah, Michelle, I like instant results. I love instant results too. And the reason that we like instant results is because there's something that feels really good when we just like get what we want. Like, ooh, I got that. Like, ooh, that's for me, right? But we are pushing ourselves so hard. We're using an energy that's meant for sprinting and trying to turn that into a marathon and trying to rely on that as the fuel to grow our businesses long term. And it just doesn't work. And where does this all come from? Where does this all come from? Well, it's from how we see men doing it, right? The energy of the masculine is consistent. He shows up every day. He is routine oriented. He's stable in his structure. Like we do the same thing. We show up, we keep going one step in front of the other. And that's powerful and that's beautiful. And we need that. But as feminine beings, we can't rely on that forever. That's why we burn out. That's why we get exhausted. That's why we get uninspired. And for many of you, that's why you self-sabotage your business and also really your relationship and your life because you need the struggle in order to keep going. You need to have problems in order to keep moving forward when there's this whole other way to move forward and to grow and to get what you want that is about feeling good and about feeling turned on, right? And this is why so many women come to me, right, when their businesses are growing or doing great or whatever, feeling like their husband or their man is not on the same page, like things aren't in sync, and it sucks, right? Because you worked so hard to get to this awesome place in your career, and why aren't you celebrating with your man? Why aren't you toasting champagne? Why isn't he like bringing you home flowers and like honoring you and like being your biggest cheerleader and all that kind of stuff? It's because you're out of alignment. It's because you're out of alignment, right? And the way that you are showing up every day in your business, and remember how we do anything is how we do everything. So it also affects your relationship, your marriage, how you mother, how you show up as a friend, how you treat yourself. The way you show up is in pain, is in exhaustion, is in like just treading water, right? And you think this is normal, this is fine. Like I'm just putting one foot in front of the other. I've got this, like things are happening. But there's going to come a point if you haven't hit that point already. And I've definitely hit that point. And so many women that I've worked with have hit that point too, where you start to hate your business or you start to hate your life. And it doesn't even matter how much money you're making. You don't want to do the things because the money doesn't matter anymore because how it feels sucks. So even though you have that moment of, yeah, I made that money, then you still have to go back to your life that you set up to not feel good, that is ruled by your business, that is ruled. Like one of my clients, when we first started working together, she was like, I have to show up all the time every day because of the algorithm. I have to catch the algorithm. She's letting a piece of technology of computer code that some bros wrote to keep you on social media, she was letting that dictate her life. And so she, even though she was doing great in her business, everything in her life was suffering because she felt like a slave, like she couldn't unplug and do things the way she wanted to do. She was afraid. How many women out there, yes, I know, I've been there, are also afraid to do things the way that we want to do them because we don't see a blueprint, right? We don't see companies set up in that kind of way necessarily, or we've been taught by mentors or even our mothers, or in corporate America, we see things set up a certain way and we're all working in that system, but that system is not set up for you. That system isn't set up for you to feel good. That system isn't set up for you to be a great mom, a great wife. That system isn't set up for you to like feel amazing like a goddess every day. That system is just set up to keep the system moving. And so if you're watching this video right now, like, are you going to choose the system just to keep the system going? Or are you going to finally fucking choose yourself, right? The reason your man is annoyed and is being a pain in the ass and isn't just doing everything that you want him to do so that you can stay treading waters, he doesn't want you to fucking tread water anymore. He wants you to feel amazing. He wants you to feel lit up. He wants you to feel juicy as fuck. And I'm here to tell you, just in case you haven't had anyone in your face tell you that you can have that, you can have that 100%. I grew up watching my mom be an entrepreneur in this system and work her ass off in this system and create this life and make this money in this system. But we were having a conversation the other day and she was like, Michelle, when am I going to rest? When can I finally stop? When can you rest? When can you stop? And this is healing generations back and forward, this work. Like, I'm stepping out of this system now. And that's why I'm doing this video for you, because I'm having insane sales months. I'm having insane cash months. And this is not even about business, right? I'm not a business coach, but I just am here to show you what happens once you get your strategy and you set up everything and then you fucking stop being a machine and stop trying to force yourself to show up and hustle and push yourself to your limit just to keep going, just to hit goals, just to live this social media lifestyle. Stop. Reject this fucking culture. Reject, like, we're all in this like feminine liberation, like, like women empower women running businesses, but many of you are just plugging back into the culture. I was my worst boss. When I left corporate America, I was like, I'm going to be my own boss. And then I became my own worst boss that didn't let me enjoy my life, didn't let myself feel good, didn't prioritize my pleasure, didn't build pleasure into my business. And my husband actually was just like, you have to stop this fucking shit. You're going to ruin our family. You're going to ruin yourself. And this business isn't going to grow if you keep showing up like this. Now, look, I'm not saying that you can't make your first million by hustling. I'm not saying that you'll never have to hustle again. Like, I'm not saying any of that kind of stuff. You need your strategy. You need your masculine. Like, you need that structure. But y'all, there's a limit. And it's when we talk about balance, I'm inviting you, okay, to activate this other part of you. I'm inviting you to get 100% unapologetic about what you really want and how you really want your business to be, how you want it to feel, how many hours you want to show up a day, how much money you want to make, how you are and who you are in this business, right? Does it feel good for you? I want you to be unapologetic about wanting it to feel good for you and doing all of the things, prioritizing all of the things to get you what you really want. Look, for so many of us, when we first started our businesses, it was just, 1K, 5K, 10K, my first like, right? That was the milestones. But so many of you are unhooking from that because you understand that after a point, the money doesn't matter anymore. It's how you feel and it's the kind of life that you get to have. And when you are able to be unapologetic about what you want, and then do the second thing that I teach, which is activate and embody your unique goddess blueprint, your juicy energy that is just all about you showing up as the woman that you want to be, making decisions from your higher self place, saying no, like having boundaries to whatever takes you back down to here so that you can really show up in your full yes, so that you're attracting relationships and clients and opportunities that feel really good for you, that you're living this kind of life that's built on your desire, that's built on you being in your pleasure, that's when life starts to feel really good. And this doesn't mean that you don't do your business, right? So many of you are afraid, oh, but if I take a break, or if I'm in my pleasure, I won't want to work again, I won't want to come back. Yeah, if you set up everything to feel like shit, of course you're not going to want to go back to that again. So setting everything up to feel amazing, to meet you in that level, means that you're going to wake up excited every day to get to be with your clients, to get to make your money, to get to share what you have to share with the world. Just like I feel in this kind of way, to be able to share this with you, just like turn on and lit up no matter what is going on in my life, no matter what is going on out there. And then the third thing is that none of this would even matter, right? Because you can be unapologetic about everything that you want. I want everything, mama. And you can be a juicy as fuck goddess. But y'all, if you are in a relationship that doesn't feel like a divine partnership, it will matter, right? Everything's just going to feel like a drain, because you can't celebrate with him, because he's not your biggest supporter, because he's not holding you at the end of the day, like believing in you, like he's not being a leader and like rising up in the same way that you are. And that's why activating your divine partnership and having a bulletproof relationship with your man, where you are growing and glowing together, where he can be that masculine that holds you whenever you need to take a break, so that you don't have to show up every day like a fucking machine, and you can be connected to your cycle and to your femininity and to your juicy receiving energy, and operate from that kind of place whenever you need to, and know that everything is going to be handled, that you're going to be fully supported, that all of your money goals are coming true, that your investments are growing, that your real estate is popping, that you can show up for all of your kids' events and be a great mom, that you can have so much fun with your husband, with your boyfriend, you can travel, you can enjoy, you get to control your life, and you guys get to build that together. That's the fucking vibe. And that's what I teach inside of my embodied satisfaction method, like, is how to be unapologetic, but not have to be a fucking bitch that's pushing all the time, because you are a goddess and you get to receive, you get to enjoy, you get to call it in, and everything gets to meet you at that juicy as fuck level, and it feels so good. And the icing on the cake is you get to do everything in alignment and connection and support with your man. Right? Like, why are we doing all of this? It's not so you can have a 10K month. I promise you. It's so that you can have so much more, so that you can feel embodied in your satisfaction. And that's what I want for you. Okay. So if this video was helpful for you, if you know a woman that needs to watch this, please share this. Please tag her. Share this with your friends that are just hustling too hard and are just not enjoying their life right now. Like, let this be a wake-up call for you. You get to be in pleasure, okay? And you get to prioritize your pleasure. You get to feel good. You get to have a great relationship, and you get to be 100% unapologetic about what you want, and let it fucking happen and show up for you, and you show up in a way that you can receive it, okay? And if you want to know more about this, slide into my DM so I can tell you all about how my embodied satisfaction method will take you to this level where you have it all in a way that feels so good to you, like you're being seduced and by your man and the universe every single day, spoiled rotten. And remember, I'm gifting you my free Rekindle Your Honeymoon Vibes mini activation. It's worth $222, but I'm giving it to you for free. So you can just leave the comment vibes, or just get in my DMs and send me the word vibes, so we can get that to you, so that you can get this energy flowing in your life. I know it's scary. I know that you know this one way to do things, right? That you've seen so many success stories that come from hustling. But if waking up at 5 a.m. and taking cold showers and doing all your stuff before your kids wake up is not your jam, like if you want to sleep in and enjoy your life and have cuddles with your kids every morning, and then make your own schedule and have juicy date nights with your man, and feel like your business is blowing up and everything is just working according to divine plan, you got to stop being in this hustle culture. You got to stop um, idolizing people that are just exhausting themselves for success. That's not the vibe anymore. There's a whole other way to do it. And I can't wait to share with you more about that. So shoot me a DM, leave a comment here. Let's talk this out. Share this with your friends. And let me get you my juicy Rekindle Your Honeymoon Vibes gift. And I'll see you guys next week on our next Turn On Tuesday. Love you guys.